Hi everyone, a very good morning to all of you. Today we will discuss about the various type of questions which we can get in the entrance based on mechanical properties of fluids. So I'll tell you one by one type of question and the formula related to it. So very first thing what we should know is density. So what is the formula of density? So density we represent with rho or d, that density equal to mass by volume, and always remember the unit is kg per meter cube or gram per centimeter cube, and 1 gram per cc equal to 1000 kg per meter cube. This is the relation. And the next one is based on the same density we will find one more thing, that is relative density, where relative density of any substance means density of the substance by density of the water. And remember this value, that density of water is 1 gram per cc, nothing but 1000 gram per cc. This is the other thing. So please try to remember this value. Now based on the same density concept, they will ask you one more thing, that is density of mixture. So what is the density of mixture? So when you mix two different substances, then what is the mixture density? That is the mass of first substance plus mass of second substance. So total mass by total volume, m1 plus m2 by v1 plus v2, or else m1 we can write it as v1 rho 1, m2 we can write it as v2 rho 2 divided by v1 plus v2, or else here in terms of mass and volume, here in terms of volume and density, also you can write m1 plus m2 by m1 by rho 1 plus m2 by rho 2. So this is the case when mass and volume is given, this is the case when volume and density is given, and this is the case when mass and density is given. Or if suppose they have given V1 equal to V2, two different substances of equal volumes mixed, then this formula we will use. Then rho mixture will come rho 1 plus rho 2 by 2. Similarly, when two equal masses given, then we will use this formula. Then rho mixture will become rho 1 rho 2 by rho 1 plus rho 2. So based on this density of a substance, relative density of a substance, or mixture of density. So based on these things, the very first kind of question they can ask. So here understand the question, take the formula and substitute properly. So next question is about pressure. So what is pressure? So last class we have seen stress, same formula, force by area. So the unit is Newton per meter square. This only we call it as Pascal. And in this chapter we will also get atmosphere. The pressure due to the atmosphere, that we call it as 1 atmosphere, which is equal to 1.013 into 10 power 5 Pascal or Newton per meter square. So this is the pressure definition, these are the units, and this is the relation between Pascal and atmosphere. Now based on pressure, how the question will come? See here, using the Pascal's law. Pascal's law says that inside a steady fluid at any depth the pressure remains same. Suppose this is a beaker and some liquid is there, and there are many points are there, all are at same level, then pressure at every point is same. But if you consider two different points, the pressure is not same. The pressure is high at depth, deeper, and lesser at upper point. So that here P2 greater than P1, and he gave the formula that if these 2 points have height difference h, then P2 minus P1 equal to h rho g. Then in that case, if you take a beaker like lake, or you can consider lake, suppose this is the top surface and at the bottom surface pressure P. On the top there is no water, but here some atmosphere will be there. So here pressure is called atmospheric pressure. So if P0 is the atmospheric pressure on the surface, then at any depth h, the pressure will become P0 plus h rho g. P0 is the pressure due to atmosphere, air, and h rho g is the pressure due to liquid. Don't say that this is the pressure due to liquid. This is due to air, atmosphere. This is due to the liquid column. So the pressure due to any liquid column of height h is equal to h rho g, and this we call it as absolute pressure at any depth P inside the fluid, and here P minus P0 we call it as h rho g, that is called gauge pressure. So the gauge pressure depends only on what? Height, not on the size. So that way they can ask you the question based on the pressure at any depth inside the fluid, where pressure at any depth due to liquid depends upon height, h rho g. H is height, rho is density, g is acceleration due to gravity. And next thing, based on the hydraulic lift. Hydraulic lift means, so what will be there is, it is a kind of structure like this, where this is filled with fluid, and here we apply some small force F1 on small area, and here we develop greater force F2. We apply small force on small area and we develop greater force on greater area. How it is? Because using the Pascal's law. Using the Pascal's law, here and here pressure is same because both are at same level inside the same fluid. Now here pressure same means here pressure F1 by A1, here pressure F2 by A2. Then F2 will become F1 into A2 by A1. As A2 we arrange very much greater compared to A1, F2 also will become very much greater F1. So we apply F1 and small force on small area, and we develop greater force on greater area using the principle called Pascal's law. This kind of device, instrument, what we call it as hydraulic lift. In car garages and all, they will lift the car to particular height with the help of same principle. So that is what hydraulic lift. And next case, suppose some questions will come. I will just tell you example. This is one beaker, this is another beaker. Now one pipe is there like this. Now if they ask here A, here B, what is the pressure difference between A and B? I will say PA minus PB is 0. Don't say that they are at different heights. See here. This is here. So here pressure should be same, that is equal to atmospheric pressure. Because it is open to atmosphere. Same here also. It is open means here pressure atmosphere, that should be same here. So here also atmospheric pressure, here also atmospheric pressure. So the difference in pressure will become what? 0. So that way simple logical based questions will come based on the Pascal's law. That is like application of Pascal's law to any question. Now one more simple question also I will tell you. Suppose there is a lake. The depth is something capital H. Now the pressure at bottom is P2 the pressure at midpoint is P1 and P2 is something 3 times or 4 times something that of P1. So such kind of condition they will give or double that of midpoint. So like that, then what you have to do is, here pressure P0, then here it will become P0 plus, this is H by 2 rho G, and here pressure means P0 plus H rho G. Like that you can make the relation. So such kind of relation they will give you. Now after that, after Pascal's law application, but one more thing also there, that is one type of question usually they will ask, that is based on same Pascal's law application with U tube. So when you consider a U-shaped tube, let's say this is the some liquid, usually they will mention mercury. So mercury is there. As both sides are open, so here pressure P0, here also pressure P0. So level of liquid remains same on both sides. Now suppose you have done something like, you poured some liquid, another liquid here. Here you poured some other liquid. Means through one limb you are pouring another liquid. Then what happens? This liquid level goes down, this liquid level goes up. So this will come down, this will go up slightly. Let's say this came down by x, then this will also goes up by x. Then this will become the length of the new liquid you poured, and this will become x plus x, 2x. Then you need to compare to get the relation between them. Like, you should not compare these 2 points because this is in one liquid, this is in another liquid. But if you take these 2 points, this is mercury, this is also mercury. Both must be at same pressure. Here P1, here P2 means P1 equal to P2. Then here pressure means P0 plus the pressure due to liquid is L rho 1 G equal to, here pressure means P0 plus, this length is 2x rho 2 G. So like that you have to make the relation between 2 points. So the logic here is, you have to understand the question, draw the diagram, then choose the 2 points, between which 2 points you can compare, you can apply Pascal's law, so that you can get the required answer. So that is what main thing here. So this is another type of question. They will ask based on Pascal's law. And after that, so the next kind of question what they can ask is based on equation of continuity. So what is that equation of continuity? Based on equation of continuity, question can come. So what is equation of continuity means, if there is a pipe, it is not uniform pipe, some kind, like everywhere cross section is keep on changing. Then what equation of continuity says is, the amount of liquid enters, the amount of liquid comes out remains same. In 1 second 1 liter entered means in same 1 second 1 liter will go out. But what is the difference is, where the size is narrower, speed is different from the where the side is broader. Like if you compare two different points where velocities are v1, v2 and area a1, a2, then a1, v1 equal to a2, v2. Nothing but volume efflux remains constant. What is volume efflux means? Volume per unit time remains constant. So volume of liquid coming out per unit time is always remains constant. So based on this equation, suppose if you consider a water tap, from water tap water is coming and it is falling. So after coming out it will fall through particular distance. Now let's take the distance is h. Then here how can we make the relation is here speed u, here speed v means v square minus u square equal to 2gh. Motion under gravity, falling under gravity. Now the other equation is here area you consider capital A, here area you consider small a into u equal to a into v. This is according to equation of continuity. So that this way you can make the relation kinematic equation and equation of continuity and you can solve the question. Means they will give some data. Here v is there, u is there, h is there, capital A is there, small a is there. 5 data is there. Suppose here they have given a, v, then you can find u. After finding u, v you have, using v, u you can find h. So like that some data they will give and they will ask some data. So what data they have given, what you have to find, what formula you have to use and what is the conversion we need to take care. All those things you need to understand and take care. And this is the another type. Here only one more type of question will come, important model. That is, if there are multiple pipes connected at one point as a junction, then rate of inflow must be equal to rate of outflow. Means here area A1 speed V1, here area A2 speed V2, here A3 V3. Then inflow is A1 V1 should be equal to A2 V2 plus A3 V3. This is like just like Kirchhoff's current law, current junction law in current electricity. There at any junction the total incoming current equal to the total outgoing current. Same way here the total inflow must be equal to the total outflow, that is fluid flow. Where fluid flow means what? A into V, area into velocity. So this is also another important model question. So please try to understand. I will send you the assignment such a way that all such type of questions will get covered so that you can understand. And if there is any doubt in solving any question, you can ask me. I will give the hint first so that you can try on your own. After that, if you don't get it, then I will send you the solution also if it is required. Right? So please practice everything, understand everything and practice the questions. Now similar way, what is the other kind of question we can get in this chapter that we will understand. Now the other thing is based on Bernoulli's principle. The other thing what they can ask in this chapter is based on Bernoulli's principle. What is Bernoulli's principle? Same thing. When the liquid is flowing through a cross section, varying cross section, the pipe. Suppose you consider 2 points. One is at a height h1 from the reference level. Another is at a height h2 from the reference level, like ground. Then what Bernoulli's principle says is, at every point the sum of pressure and kinetic energy per unit volume and potential energy per unit volume remains constant. Means what? Here P is the pressure at this point. Now kinetic energy is half mv square divided by volume. Mass by volume means density, half rho v square. So kinetic energy per unit volume or potential energy mgh by volume, that is rho gh. So when you go to other point, height changes so that potential energy may change. Potential energy changes. Velocity may change so that kinetic energy changes. Pressure may change. But what he said is, these changes happen in such a way that the total sum remains constant. So between 2 points if you compare, then the equation will become like this. P1 plus half rho V1 square plus rho GH1 should be equal to P2 plus half rho V2 square plus rho GH2. So you can compare between any 2 points. So they will give the question. In that question, you have to understand between which 2 points you should consider or you should apply the Bernoulli's equation, so that you can solve the question. Now, here I will tell you one more thing. Suppose any one particular case you consider, like consider there is a beaker. So some liquid is there having height capital H inside the beaker. Now what will happen is, if you make one small hole at the side, then liquid will come out. That we know it. Then what we can apply here is, see, as liquid is coming out, this liquid level will come down. Yes sir. So this liquid level will come down. As this liquid level comes down, then there is a speed of a flux, that is the speed of the water or liquid coming out. Let's take that is V1, and there is a speed of this rate of decrease in level. Let's take that is V2. With particular speed the liquid will come out, with particular speed the liquid level will come down. Now here pressure you consider P1, here pressure you consider P2, and this height of the hole you consider H, then this is the height of this level, and this will become capital H minus small h, that is the depth of the hole. Now between these 2 points, if you apply the Bernoulli's principle, so it will become like P1 plus half rho V1 square plus rho G small h equal to, here P2 plus half rho V2 square plus rho G capital H. Rho G capital H. So that this is the equation. This is the equation you can apply between these 2 points. But when they give the closed beaker and when they give what is the pressure here, because we cannot calculate here pressure, then you have to apply in this way, where the calculation becomes little bit lengthy and the question also becomes little bit big. But usually they will not ask this kind of question in the NEET level. Then what they will ask is, they will specify that the beaker is open. So when the beaker is open, how to solve the question? So usually when the beaker is open, what happens is, here consider beaker is filled with some liquid having height H, and you made some hole at a depth H. So usually the formula we derive with a condition that small h is the depth of the hole, so that height of the hole will become capital H minus small h, so that liquid will come out. But here in this case, here pressure is P0, here also pressure is P0, both are pressure due to atmosphere only. So both pressures given. Now here the speed is something V1, here speed is V2. But here they mention one thing, that this level will reduce with very less speed. That means compared to V1, V2 is very smaller. So V1 is very much higher compared to V2. That's why we neglect this V2 in this term. So that the equation will become here P2 plus half rho V2 square plus rho G capital H equal to P1 plus half rho V1 square plus rho G H minus H, because height is H minus H. Because here I consider depth is H. Now P2, P1 cancel because both are P0, and this is neglected, and here rho GH get cancels. Let's write the equation. Half rho V1 square plus rho GH minus rho G small h. So these two get cancelled. If it comes this side, V1 will come under root 2gh. Just solve the equation, don't worry, I am doing fast. So V1 equal to root 2gh is the speed of the liquid with which it will come out. Now after coming out, what will happen? It will come out with particular speed and it will perform a motion called horizontal projectile motion, so that it will hit the ground at particular distance, that we call it as range from this height h minus h. Then they will ask you what is the time taken to hit the ground, and time taken for the horizontal projectile formula is 2h by g. 2 into height is h minus h by g, and range formula is u into t, horizontal velocity into time, so that u into under root 2h minus h by g. U nothing but how much? V1. If you substitute V1 value here, V1 is root 2gh and inter root h minus h by g, then g get cancelled. So 2 root h minus h into h. So don't worry, don't confuse between small h and capital H. Small h is total height of the liquid. Capital H is total height of the liquid and small h is the depth of the hole from the top surface. Then you can find range, then you can find time, then you can find speed. So three things they can ask, and this is nothing but, if you observe, this speed is similar formula like if the particle is falling from height h, free fall, same velocity it will acquire after falling through distance h, and the similar result is coming, and this was found by Torricelli, and that's why we call this as Torricelli's theorem. That is what all related to what? Torricelli's theorem. So how the question will be asked here is, when there is a beaker, open beaker, and a hole is made at the side, then with what speed liquid will come out, and in what time it will reach the ground or hit the ground, and to what horizontal distance it will hit the ground. These all things they can ask. So based on the same thing, few more things also they will ask. Let us try to understand what are those. Now, based on the same thing, let's take, so there is a beaker and liquid filled up to height h and a hole made at a depth h and at a height h minus h. Then the speed with which liquid will come out is root 2gh and the time taken to hit the ground is 2h minus h by g, and the range is u into t, v into t, nothing but 2 root of h minus h into h. Then they will ask you where you have to make the hole so that the range will become maximum, means the water will hit the ground at greatest distance possible. That means R should become maximum. Then you have to take the condition dr by dh equal to 0. First differentiation 0, then you will get h value h by 2. Do the differentiation with respect to small h, this equation. Then h equal to h by 2. That means you have to make the hole exactly at the midpoint. Then the range will become what? Maximum. And what is that corresponding maximum range? R maximum equal to, here if you substitute 2 root h minus h, h by 2, and h is h by 2. So 2 into h by 2. So what is the maximum range? H. So if you make a hole at the midpoint, the range will be equal to the height of the liquid fill. But that will keep on change, don't worry. Because suppose I took 10 centimeter and I made hole at the 5 centimeter. Then initially the range is maximum. But now the depth will keep on change. Now the point will not be no more at the midpoint. That's why at one particular moment, if the height of the liquid is this much, and where should be the hole made so that the range will become maximum. That particular question they will ask. So that you can apply this formula. What is the maximum range and where we should make the hole so that we can get the maximum range. And after that, suppose application of Bernoulli's principle you can do in case of like flight wing. So consider this is the particular surface area A of the wing, one of the wing of aeroplane. So here when aeroplane is moving on the runway, then the upside pressure, above the wing pressure, let's take P2, and below the pressure you take P1, or you take this is P2, P1, anything. And here speed of the air is V2, here speed of the air is V1. Then what we can do is we can apply the Bernoulli's principle, that is P1 plus half rho V1 square equal to P2 plus half rho V2 square. But here we cannot apply the full equation. Why? Because we are missing one term. What is that term? Rho GH. Why? Because if there is a pipe, if there is a surface horizontal, because flight wing means it is horizontal. So when there is a horizontal, every point is at same height from the reference, same height. So the rho GH term will get cancelled both sides. If you compare between any 2 points, rho GH remains same, so that will get cancelled. That's why we will not consider that. Even in case of horizontal pipe also, if you compare 2 points, then here H1, here H2 means H1 should be equal to H2. So that's why rho GH1, rho GH2 both will get cancelled. So this thing also they can ask you in the question. And even when you consider the Bernoulli's principle, many practical applications will be there. Like if you want to drink juice using with the help of a straw, you will do like. So here inside you will create low pressure, so that the other end of the straw which is inside the juice, their pressure will be higher. So their pressure higher, here pressure low. So pressure difference will be created, which will push the liquid into our mouth. Similar way, as I said here, when aeroplane is running on the runway, when one wing if you consider, when it is moving, the basic design of the flight wing is such that above the wing, airlines will move faster, so that pressure is lesser. But below the wing, airlines will move slower, so that pressure is higher. So from downward pressure is higher, from upward pressure is less, so that there is a net pressure upward. So there is a net force upward, that only we call it as dynamic lift, which lifts the flight up in the air. So that is why the flight has to run with very high speed to create that required pressure difference on the wings. That only we call it as dynamic lift. Even in cricket, when you consider the swing bowling or spin bowling, they will rotate the ball and throw. So as it is rotating, as ball is rotating and moving forward, then what happens is upside translational motion drags the air, rotational motion also drags the air. So here speed will be higher, so pressure will be lesser. But here speed will be lesser, pressure will be higher. So due to that pressure difference, some force will act on the ball. That's why after hitting the surface, it will shift the path, like in swing or out swing, off spin or leg spin. That is called Magnus effect. Not only this, when you consider blowing off roof happens when there is a heavy wind is blowing. Above the roof, when heavy wind is blowing, their speed is higher above the roof. Then pressure becomes less, so low pressure will be created, and here high pressure will be there, so that the lifting will be upward. Earlier above and below same pressure, but after that when heavy wind is blowing above the roof, low pressure will be created. The inside pressure is same, but outside pressure became low. So because of the pressure difference, upward one force will be there. That only we call it as the force due to pressure difference. So that's why because of that force, roof may blow off. But not like concrete one and all, like hut or iron one they will make. So those things can blow off because of the heavy wind. So like this, even spray also works based on the Bernoulli's principle, and heart pumping also works based on the Bernoulli's principle. And you can understand why heart attack happens using the Bernoulli's principle, how the blood pressure changes. Because when fat is there, then the area decreases. Area decreases means speed increases. So because of that differences, so there is a pressure on the heart. So that also causes heart attack. So like that, so many practical applications also will be there using the Bernoulli's equation. So overall, if you consider this chapter, mainly what you have to focus is density and mixture density, pressure and application of Pascal's law in hydraulic lift or pressure due to a liquid column. And another one is same thing, how to solve the question related to U-shaped tube. And after that, how to solve the questions related to equation of continuity, and how to apply the Bernoulli's principle to a question, and what is Torricelli's theorem, how to find speed, time and range of liquid coming out of a hole, and after that the plane case. So apart from that, few practical applications. So try to understand all these things, try to read all the definitions, try to remember each and every formula. So I will send you the formula list also, complete formula list. Remember all the formulas and try to solve the assignment, then you will get some confidence, right? Thank you.